Welcome back. We want to be talking about exercise here, but not in the way it's like generally videos about exercise. Not how to exercise, what's the best thing to do, but rather when you're exercising anyway. And just in case you don't, sometimes you take a walk. You go through the office, or you go through, your workplace, or you just take a walk with a dog, or you ride your bicycle, some form of exercise. Doesn't mean like purposeful going to the gym, playing tennis, this kind of exercise. It's like whenever you move, focus on the movement rather than the distraction. And this is like now more geared towards kind of playing tennis or going to the gym. When you lift the weights, really tune in with that. When you're playing tennis, really tune in with, the arm movements instead of being in the head. Like it's much easier when you really play something demanding like tennis, but so many people go for a run, or like casual walks, going to the gym, and they're all in their heads. You see, it's like all happening up here. And by really tuning in, you will on one hand realize that you actually exercise much more efficiently and much harder with much more ease, pushing yourself over this pain zone when you kind of lift weights, for example, or you're being so much more present when you're playing tennis. But apart from this outcome, the outcome is not the reason why we're doing this, it's about the practice. So it's not about the outcome of improving your exercise, but this is definitely part. You will see that the exercise will improve, but tuning in with that, because it's just the only thing that makes sense, instead of being in the head and stressing yourself out when you're actually just exercising. You can stress yourself out about the exercise, this kind of physical stress, but to have this mental stress, we need to be more in the movement. You see, and it's like easier said than done. Our thoughts are pulling us, like we as awareness are pulled by the thoughts, pulled away. So it's not so easy. So don't judge yourself like I should be different than I am. Now I should not be thinking. That's not what I'm saying. It's just like learn to see that in this situation there's actually nothing else to do but to exercise. I mean, otherwise, why would you go exercise when you actually have something else to do? When you're already thinking about the next thing, why don't you skip the exercise and just do the thing that you need to do when you're so obsessively thinking about this? And you see, like, take responsibility. That's also what it's about. But anyway, like exercise, tuning in with the body movements, so we really raise the awareness of our body when we're like walking anyway. And we really see by like getting in touch with this awareness, we also get more in touch with our emotions overall. Because it can be quite draining and quite, hard at the beginning to tune in with all the emotions. It can be quite overwhelming. It's kind of an emotional aptitude that also needs to be trained and built. When we become better at that, we can, our heart has the ability to encompass all those emotions. At the beginning, it can be very draining. So then to shift to like body sensations in the way of also training to feel, to get in touch with all the feelings that they are. The body sensations is quite different than the emotions. But the body sensations can lead to the emotions, and it's a great way to train yourself to feel, when you do exercise anyway, when you're eating anyway. You see what I mean? So, yes. And feel out what's best for you in the exercise. This is something that I've been shifting as well in the last months, to not go. So for me, example, it's like going to the gym regularly, like so many other people that probably watching. Feel it out. Instead of having the plan which was made kind of, or set up, or kind of written down, 3-4 months ago, why do you think like this plan applies to the needs of your body right now in this moment? Like, well, what kind of assumption is that? So the needs of the body need to be felt out right in this moment. And also something to inquire about, do we go to exercise in order to achieve something, or just for the fun of the exercise, you see? Nothing is wrong, nothing is good. I mean, none of those is like better or worse. I'm just saying, for me, I really made the decision that I only go there for fun, you see? Because I love to move, because I love to exercise. And funnily enough, I now train way harder and way more efficient than I used to when I was, looking for the outcome of like growing muscle. So yes, really feel it out. What's the best for the body? Which exercise, in what order, at what time of the day? When you're kind of really tired, why do you push yourself to work, like to exercise? There will come a time where you really have like loads of energy, and you really feel that exercising is just a great way to kind of canalize those energies. Exercise can be fun, and it should be fun. It should not be draining to yourself because you say, I must be exercising, because this is actually a sign that you live from a place of mentality of like, I should be, but I don't feel like, also in other areas of your life. So start with exercising and overcome those fears that are there. You see, when I say, okay, now I need to skip exercise for one day because I really feel tired. Are you really gonna die? You're not. But like, you know, there's something scratching on your ego when you do that, you know? It's pricking the shell of the ego, so to speak. So anyway, feel it out. This is what it's all about. You know, I've gone like a little astray, but we said 2 practices, you know, tuning in with the body awareness and then feeling out what's right for you. Once you're able to feel what's actually happening, you can tune in. What exercise, you know, what part of my body needs attention right now, and feel those things out. Maybe what sport feel I attracted to in order, you know, what's happening. So with that being said, see you in the next video.